So when a young person reaches an age of consciousness where they might be able to reasonably think about and read about the nature of government for themselves, their friendly local city councilman or congressman or governor or whomever doesn't come over and say, well, hello, young citizen X, pleased to meet you. I'd like to offer you my governmental services, which will include road and police and fire and courts and colleges and all kinds of wonderful things. And in exchange, here's some contract terms. If you sign this, you agree, let's say at the state level, to pay an 8% annual income tax, and there'll be some sales and property taxes along with it. But it's all going to work out swimmingly for you, and you're really going to like this. And so this young person takes a look at it and says, well, that's interesting. I appreciate this, and you haven't stuck a gun in my face, at least yet, but I'd like to shop around a bit. Well, hold on a minute. It turns out there is no shopping around. It turns out that this contract being offered to you is kind of one-sided. We have a monopoly provider for these services. And it turns out that the price you're going to pay for these services can be changed almost at will by the service provider himself and his cronies in the legislature. So all this would be a very odd form of contract for most people. And then if it turns out that even when you couldn't shop around, you couldn't even say no. In other words, if this young person said, I'm going to go live out in the woods by myself, and I'm not going to use your roads, and I'm not going to use your schools, I'm not going to use your fire and police, and I'm not going to pay. That sounds fair, right? I'm not using your services, what you're trying to impose upon me. Well, it turns out that even then, no, you still have to pay your 8% tribute as a citizen of state X. So this is a very odd form of contract if we look at it that way.